Hi, real estate number 14. Let's talk about what a life of a realtor that's producing is like. Many people that are newer in the business, they are coming on to the real estate life thinking it's like flip on the house. You got to remember that that's all staged stuff. And I'll tell you kind of how my day's like and how it's been for the last 30 years, 35. Because that's when about we started with computers. Prior to that, we didn't have them. My day starts early. I'm an early riser. My dad got up early because he was a farmer guy. So I got up early, and I still do. First thing I probably do when I get up and get ready to, quote, go to work, lay around, sit around, is I get on the computer. I check the multiple listing service to see if there are any new listings that are in the sphere of influence of where I work, the areas I work. And my areas are quite lengthy. Long Beach, Orange County, and Palm Desert. Why? Because I worked in all those areas. One, Long Beach, 16 years and still do transactions there. Dana Point, because I have a lot of database people. In fact, I'm just sending out 600 letters. This is a portion of them that go out. And I'm telling them about an area that they may want to think about for retirement. So I check the multiple listing. Then I cross-reference the listings with my parties that I have been soliciting that may want to sell in different farm areas. Not growing corn farm, but you call it farming when you have certain areas that you work with. Then when I get in the office, I turn on my computer, I go through my database again, think about what letters, like the ones we just did, what group do I need to send a letter to? Hey, how you doing? I'll get back to you.
No problem.
So that's sort of the start. Then I go check, sometimes drive around properties, take out my computer, send out a couple letters to certain people, make my phone calls usually from 11 to 1. And when I call people on the phone, I ask them permission to talk. Hello, Mr. McGillicuddy. Am I interrupting your lunch, your dinner? Do you have a moment to help me? I ask permission. I solicit people still. I don't hardly ever get rejected because I ask permission. I think of it like going in somebody's gate with a barking dog. I'm knocking first. And generally they'll say, oh, I'm having dinner. Okay, I'll call you back. It's a bad time. I'll call you back. Thank you. When I get soliciting calls and people start dumping on me, hey, this is Mrs. McGillicuddy from the crematorium. We want to know if you want to get signed up so when you die. I don't answer those. I just hang up on those people because they're just barking at me. They're not knocking on the door. They're just trying to open a gate and dump on me. Nobody's learned how to solicit the correct way when you call people. You can use it on your family, on your children, on your friends. Hey, you know what? Do you have a minute to talk, honey? I've got something I need to talk to you about. Well, in a half hour after I cook dinner. Okay. Then I check my escrows. What do I need to work on? Do I need to call a seller to update them on what the transaction's happening? So I try to do things personal. A lot of the agents now, they don't want to talk on the phone. They want to text. They only want to email. You're losing the touch of a salesperson when you do that. I'd much rather have an agent call me on the phone and talk to me about a listing I have. I get a depth feeling for them, how they would have the mannerisms during our transaction. And we need to have more of that. Again, I have the other agents that are older. They'll tell me that, Carl, people just don't talk on the phone anymore. It's so much easier. We're already on our phone so much. We're on the computer so much. We're getting glasses. Like they say that in the last 25, 30 years, I think 52% of more American people have to have glasses because we're on a computer. And then sometimes you're in an office with all walls, no windows. I'm so fortunate that I have a nice view of the mountains so I can look out, see what's going on, not get headaches. So that's sort of how my day basically starts and ends up, and then I drive by properties, and maybe I'll go to a happy hour a couple times a week. I'll bring some pens that have my name on them. I'll drop them off. I'll go to the post office, drop off my letters, and I'll put the pens on the tables in the post office. Or I go to the doctor's office. I'll give them to the secretaries. Don't know where those pens are going to go. I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, Carl, I tried to do the pens. Well, where are they? Well, they all dried up. Well, how many did you buy? 100. Well, how many did you give away? 3. How long ago was that? 4 years ago. Come on. We gotta have energy. We have to be out there. Yeah, we've got a virus going on, and we got to deal with that. But you got to deal with people. We're a people person. One of the theories in real estate is if there weren't problems in your transaction, we wouldn't be needed. If our bodies were well all the way to we drop dead, we wouldn't need doctors. We're needed. So some of these people that will buy a house on the internet, then they cancel the transaction because there's no person dealing with them. They have a problem. They can't qualify for the loan. But the seller says, I need an extra month to move, or I can't get the movers over here. Can we? And they say, oh, I'll just forget the transaction. Just go away. No. Come on, people. Use your mouth. Talk to people. Call them on the phone. If you're going to go to somebody's house and knock on a door, don't go peeking in the windows. Where are they? Turn your head to a 45-degree angle. Look out on an angle so they know that you're not a threat, just like the phone call. Well, that's my story today. I hope you're well and safe. Bye-bye.